Hello everyone, welcome to computer classes. Today I will take your doubts and queries regarding the final term examination. I have received few queries in last 3-4 days, so I will take one by one. So let's start. First is Ayush class 7C, Anand from 7F, Saika Afreen 7E. So they have one common problem, and that problem is to display the output of a program. And these are the programs from your sample papers which I sent you. So let's see one by one. So first is, so this is the program C equals to 3, D equals to C into 2, start, print C comma D, C equals to C plus 2, if C less than equals to 10, then go to start and then end. Fine. So this is a program. This program is given. Fine. You have to write the output. So let's see. Whenever the output is asked, what we will do? We will go step by step, because execution goes from top to bottom, step by step. So we will go from top to bottom. So initially C equals to 3, D equals to C into 2. C into 2 means D equals to 6. Now the value of D is 6. Print C comma D. So what is the value of C? 3. So I am writing here 3, and due to comma there will be some gap to display value of D. So 3 with some gap, it will display the value 6. Fine. 3 space 6. Then C equals to C plus 2. Now what is the value of C? Initially it was 3. Now it has become 5. Condition will be checked. If 5 less than equals to 10, yes, then go to start. So again it will come to the start. Fine. Then print C D. So what is the value of C? 5. And the D will be constant, because we are not changing D anywhere. So D will remain 6. Fine. Again, now the value of C is 5 here. Now it will come here. C equals to C plus 2. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 less than equals to 10. Yes. Then go to start. 7, 6. C will become 9. 9 less than equals to 10. Yes. Then again it will go here and display 9, 6. Now 9 plus 2, 11. Condition will become false. So it will not go to the go to statement. It will come to the end of the program, because the condition is false. So the output of this program is 3, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 9, 6. Fine. Now the next one is, I hope it is clear. Now I am taking the next one. Okay, the next is C equals to 1, A equals to 5, while C less than equals to 10, print A equals to A plus 7, C equals to C plus 1, and then when. So this program is given and you need to display its output. So what is output? C1, A5. Fine. While C less than equals to 10. So condition is true. 1 less than equals to 10. Condition is true. So it will come inside the while. Print A. So what is the value of A? 5. So 5 will be displayed. Now A equals to A plus 7. A plus 7 means 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7 means 12. C equals to C plus 1. Then increment of C. Now C will become 2. Value of A is 12. I am writing here 12. Fine. Now the C is 2. Again it will go there. 2 less than equals to 10. Yes. Print A. So 12 will be displayed. Now again 12 plus 7, 19. I am writing here 19. Fine. C will become 3. Fine. Now again when it will go there, 3 less than equals to 10. Print A, 19. Fine. Then 19 plus 7, 26. Again increment of C. So it will go how many times? 10 times, and it will keep on displaying. Fine. 5, 12, 19, 26 and so on. How many terms will be displayed? 10 terms. Fine. So this will be output. So it will not go to the infinite. It will check the 10 times and it will display the 10 terms. So you can either display the 10 terms or you can display dash 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 and then the last term. Fine. Clear? Now the next one. C equals to 1, A equals to 5. Okay. And the last one is this one. S equals to 0 for I equals to 1 to 5. Input enter your number, n, then S equals to S plus n, next I, print the sum of 5 numbers and so this is the question. For I equals to 1 to 5 means how many times the statements will be repeated? 5 times. Enter your number. So first the output will be enter, it will be displayed in your output. Enter your number. And because of input there will be question mark. So suppose I give 10. So its the output of this program will not be same. It depends upon your entering the number. So if you are giving the values 10, 20, everybody will give input the different value. So answer will vary. Answer will be different. Fine. So no problem. Enter your number. First suppose I am giving 10. Again it will be asked enter your number. How many times? 5 times. Enter your number. Question mark. Suppose I have given 20. Enter your number. Question mark. 30. Then again enter your number. Question mark. 10. Again enter your number. So you need to display all these 5 times. Fine. And you can give any value, not necessary this one. Any value you can input. 10, 20, 30, 10, 20. Suppose I have given these 5 number. So what will be output? The sum of 5 numbers. So whatever message you have given here in the question, so you need to write the same. The sum of 5 numbers will be 10 plus 20, 30, 60, 70, 90. So this will be your output. Fine. So this complete you have to write. This is the output of this program. Fine. So it depends upon these number. your result. Okay, so in any program, if output is asked, we will go step by step from top to bottom. Fine, I hope it is clear. Okay, now the next is Aman Prakash 7B. The query is, ma'am, if we make a small mistake in the program, the whole program will go wrong or we will get some marks? Okay, definitely I will not give you 0, and it will be completely dependent upon your mistake. If your mistake is actually small, then definitely I'll give you marks. But otherwise, if you write only CLS and you just write the format of while, do while or for next, I will not give. I will see your understanding, whether you have understood the program or not. And if there is really a small mistake, then I will give you marks, not 0. Fine. Next is Aditi Singh 7E. Okay, she's having problem in conversion from binary to decimal, decimal to binary, binary to octal, octal to binary. Why have you left hexa? Hexa should be there also. Okay, I cannot teach all these conversion again in this video. So what can I do? I will provide you link in the description. So you can get the link of these videos. I have already sent all these videos, but I can provide the link again. But I cannot explain all the conversion again. Fine. So watch the videos and ask me if any problem, specific problem. Fine. Next is Saksham Anand 7F. Write a program how to calculate the area and perimeter of 10 different rectangles. Okay, by using any loop. Fine. See, in every program there will be a loop given. By using, you have to do this program by using loop will be mentioned. You have suppose while when, do while, for next. If it is written by using any loop, so you can use any loop. Otherwise, specific loop will be mentioned. And every program, whatever programs we have discussed, so every program you can do by using any program, by using any loop. Like the programs which you have done with for next, you can do with while when also, with do while also. Fine. So let's start. So this program I will make by using for next. The same program you can do with while when or do while. So you should practice that. Fine. So let's see. So in this program, how many rectangles are there? 10. You need to calculate the area and perimeter of 10 rectangles. And for 10 rectangles, how many length and breadth we need? 10 only? Fine. So let's start. CLS. Okay, area and perimeter. Fine. By using input, we will start that. For loop I am using for I equals to 1 to how many? 10, because 10 rectangles are there. Input. To calculate area and perimeter, what we need? We need length and breadth. Fine. And 10 different pair of length and breadth. So input. That's why we are putting this statement inside the loop. Enter length and breadth. You can write the complete word length and breadth. I am taking in short length and breadth. Fine. Then area or A, length into breadth, L into B. Perimeter 2 into L plus B. Fine. Now see, we need to display area and perimeter of 10 different rectangles. So 10 times we need to display area and perimeter. So we need to write, we need print statement inside the for loop, not outside the for loop. Fine, because that statement should also be repeated 10 times. So print area of rectangle or area equals to what we have taken area variable. You can take A also. Print perimeter equals to P. Fine. And then you will close the for next I. That's it. And then we will end the program. I hope it is clear. Fine. Okay. Now the next is question from Jishan Singh 7A. Ma'am, I want to ask you a question that what is digital footprint? Okay, digital footprint. See, digital footprint means when you do work on internet, sometimes what we do, we leave the system as it is without signing out our account. Suppose you are sending mail to someone and without signing out, you leave your place, you leave your computer, and if somebody else sits on your system, he or she can misuse that information. He or she can send the messages or mails from your account. So that is not good. So digital footprint means leaving unclosed files, or account. Fine. That is called digital footprint, which you have left without signing out, without closing that. This is called digital footprint. Fine. Okay. Now next question is Harshit Raj from 7D. What is computer ethics? See, computer ethics in simple words means what should we do or what should we not do. Like suppose we should not open the unwanted files, we should work in the healthy environment, we should be aware of intellectual property right, or like copyright, patent, trademarks, and we should not check the others' messages, we should not do cyberbullying. So computer ethics tells us our do's or don'ts. So it gives a sense what should we do or what should we not do while working on computer. This is called computer ethics. Like this also be included, like we should use the passwords in our files or in our computer so that we can work safely. Fine. So this also be included in the computer ethics. Fine. Ma'am, I am not understanding how to make a flowchart in QBasic. Okay, name is not given. See, in flowchart, see what is flowchart? Flowchart is a simple graphical representation of a program. What is a program? Set of statements in a sequence. Fine. To solve any problem, when we write the statements in a sequence, that is called a program. And flowchart means graphical instead of writing the statements, graphical representation of a program or these statements. See, in flowchart we use some boxes. Like which boxes we use? Few shapes we use. Start, stop, input, output, process box, decision box. So we use these few boxes only. This is oval shape, start, stop. Input output box. Which shape? Parallelogram. Fine. Process box. And decision box. Diamond shape, decision box. Now these are the boxes. Fine. To start the flowchart, we use this box. Then input, to input any value. Fine. Like enter, length and breadth. So you will use this box. And to display. Fine. For both input and output, we use this parallelogram. Process box is used for any calculation or for any initialization. Like the values are given, length equals to 10, breadth equals to 30. So we will initialize those variables in process box, or any calculation like area equals to length into breadth. Fine. And in decision box we give the condition if. Fine. I am taking one example, simple example like greater of two numbers. Fine. So how we will write? First we will start it by using the start box. Then we will enter two numbers. Enter two numbers step by step. Enter two numbers A, B. Then we need to check if A greater than B or not. Decision box. To check or for any condition we use decision box. Is A greater than B? Question mark. So is A greater than B? Question mark means either true or false. So this is for true or yes or no. You can write, or true, false for T or F. Fine, yes or no. If it is yes, then what should be done? Then the message should be displayed A is greater than B. Fine. And to display the message, which box we use? Output box. And shape of output box is same as of input box. So what should we display? Display A is greater than B. A is greater than B. Fine. If it is no, then display B is greater. Or simple, display B is greater. And then stop. This will also be connected to the stop. So this is the flow chart which shows you the flow graphically. Flow of program graphically. This is the flow chart. Only these are the shapes, 3-4 shapes. Fine. Okay, now the next is the question from Ayush Anand 7E. The work of the following same or not? Counter variable, for next loop, do while loop, while loop. Okay, see, their work will be same because counter and counter variable means go to statement, and we have learned that go to statement is also used for repetition of statements. So to repeat the set of statements we use counter variable, for next loop, do while loop, while. All four we use for the same purpose, to repeat set of statements. So both have same working, and you can use any. If the question demands any repetition of statements, so you can use any. If it is not mentioned specifically, so you can use any one. For next, do while or while, or even with the help of go to. Fine. Okay, the next question, last question is from Shashank Seth 7I. Ma'am, will we also get to draw the flowcharts of the different programs given in QBasic? Yes, of course, the flowcharts will be there. Fine. And I have already told in loops we will not, we have not done the flowcharts, only for conditional statements. So definitely the flowchart will be there. So that's it. So I have tried to take all your queries. I hope this video will help you. So that's it in this video. Thank you so much.